show emotions, we just keep it down, down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings. What is going on? Well-tempered Claire, thank you for your donation. Linda, welcome. Bartman, Dee Dee Scott, Tarot, Sheila, Danny, welcome. Midnight Meditations, you are early. Midnight is exceptionally early today. What is going on? All right, let's see about the Tarot Tower, and let's see if EM will hire us by using everybody's favorite, which is being reprinted, the Waterfall Tarot. The Waterfall Tarot, you know, it works out. At the end of the day, the Waterfall Tarot is a decent tarot deck. Not the best, but not the worst either. Aaron, welcome. Welcome back, Aaron. Aaron, it's been a long time since I saw you, and you were here for the first time in a long time last night. What is going on? All right, as far as getting hired, we have some difficulty with that. That doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. As far as hiring you, it just looks sort of challenging, right? We do have the Tower. I think it basically means that this may not be the actual company that needs you. It may not be the person that hires you. It may not be the sort of that company that needs you in there. But I do think there are some other companies that do actually need you there. The Hanged Man said there are some other opportunities that maybe you haven't really looked at closely or you haven't really examined closely. And I think some of these definitely deserve a follow-up. They deserve to sort of be in the limelight and sort of something that you need to sort of look at. I think it's going to be pretty beneficial overall. But yeah, you do have other companies that do want to hire you. They do want to pick you up. It just doesn't seem like this particular company may not be the right one for you. That Hanged Man, that Page of Swords, sort of that communication that needs to be there. The other communication is going to come from a different company. And that Nine of Swords is sort of putting all of our eggs in one basket as far as EM goes. But again, I do think that you have a lot of potential for getting hired, for getting somebody on board. It's just a matter of, I don't think this particular company may not be it. But of course, entertainment purposes only. So overall, we're going to go with a thumbs down for this particular question. We got a lot of sort of changes that need to occur. We have sort of this growth that is going to sort of be just around the corner for all of that. And I think another company has you in mind. Tarot by Sophie. Welcome. How you doing? Your tarot tower collapsed. Too many boxes. Well, Linda, what was it made of? What was it made of? Did you make it out of just cardboard or like what was going on there? All right. DD committed relationship. Boo boo. What is going on? By the way, in case you are new, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. So donations first, and then random picks. All right, Aaron, speaking of Aaron, is back. Does the guy I like want the same things as me, or do they want something else? Oh, that's sort of interesting there. That is interesting indeed. Let's check that out with a little Ciro Marchetti deck here and a little bit of that Tarot of the, let's see, what was it? Tarot of the Divine? Legacy of the Divine Tarot. There we go. So a good old Ciro Marchetti, Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Such a great deck, I gotta say. This is an oldie but goodie. I mean, this at some point I heard that this was literally the best-selling deck after the Rider-Waite. I think after it was released and whatnot. So, you know, there you go. It was made of pressboard and pins and then duct tape. Yeah, you got to make it out of foam board. Foam board is... I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking about, but I don't know. Maybe there's a structural design that needs to take place. Did you put in the side panels? Did you put in the side panels to give it a little more of that structure and whatnot? Anyway, so what are we doing? We're going up for, let's see, Danny, Dee Dee, and then we had Aaron. Aaron was the one we are reading for. Let's click over to Aaron. Does the guy I like want the same things as me? Do they want something else? The Five of Swords and that Ace of Wands, I do think they do have a goal here. I think they have a goal in mind. They have a destination in mind. They sort of want to be at a certain place, a certain position. And I think that is sort of, I think it's on the same level. I think it's on the same things as you. We are sort of working together, right? Now, the Three of Coins, I talk about this extensively in my newest book, like extensively in my newest book. The Three of Coins, what's the difference between that and the Eight of Coins? The biggest difference, I mean, there's a lot of differences. One of the biggest differences is teamwork. You have in the three, you have teamwork. You have coming together. You have working towards the same goal. And that's sort of where the three is at. Now, the eight, you'll notice in the original Rider-Waite, the dude's working by himself. He's all alone. He's doing his own thing. He's working himself. And that eight is sort of this individual work or outside, and doing your independent thing. The three, however, has a couple of people sort of showing them some paperwork, you know what I mean? And it's a teamwork effort. Like somebody did the design and then this person's doing some of the implementation. So the teamwork feels like that we are on the same page. Now we do have two aces sort of structuring the entire thing. In other words, this ace is communication as we go forward. This ace is fiery action. Again, as we go forward with that fire, with that good stuff. So it feels like that we have the communication and the action together combined with the teamwork shows us that we are on the same path. So I'm going to say a thumbs up for this one. We are on the same path. I think that is looking great. I think that is looking fantastic for this particular read. So there you go. All right. What else do we got going on? Let's see. Will I be in a committed relationship next 6 months? Cappy Ram, thank you for your donation. Cappy has the question below. Cappy, what is going on, Cappy? It's good to see you, Cappy. DD and Betty. Mwah. Betty, I do not remember you. Welcome. Paula, welcome. Did you get your cloth yet? Let me know. So Boo Boo got her cloth and posted it on Instagram and tagged me. Thank you so much, Boo Boo. I'm very happy that you like your cloths. That is very cool. I love that. All right. Let's see what Cappy Ram has to say. Oh, let's see where we at for Cappy. Oh, why isn't Cappy showing up? That's kind of weird. Oh, because Cappy hasn't typed anything. All right, Cappy, let me know what your question is. In the meantime, what else do we got going on? We got DD relationship. We got a warm welcome for Sophie. Sophie, it is good to see you. By the way, in case you are new here, Toxic Fifi, what is going on? If you are new here, you have not seen the magic trick. I mean, I'm just saying, you haven't seen the magic trick. That's where you got 1, 2, you're on Kickstarter and you need some cards and all you have is $5. You need cards. You need cards, but you're broke. You're broke. All you need is stimulus money. You need stimulus money, and then you got plenty. All you need is the stimulus money. Let's face it. We got enough money now after the stimulus money, after Big Joe gave us all the cash, we got enough money now to actually go pick up a few decks. You know what I mean? We can't pick all of them up on Kickstarter because they all are expensive. But now we have a couple of more dollars to pick up the decks that we need. By the way, the Tarot News is coming out Wednesday. Yeah, Tarot News coming out the day after tomorrow. And it has a lot of stuff that you will want. That is for sure. Speaking of want, Cappy Ram, is the Aquarius still wanting to meet me? Will he again? Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. For Imain, you have been hosted. You have been hosted. Imain, let me know what your question is. We will get you a reading in the queue. Imain will get you a reading in the queue. In the meantime, let's get Cappy here for the Aquarius. Do we want to meet for the Aquarius? Interesting. Do they still want to meet? What do they got in mind? Is there some good stuff waiting? Is there some good stuff waiting? I mean, I'm just saying. Dee yeah, stimulus money. I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't get any stimulus money. I make too much apparently. So that's, I guess, my own personal problems there. But I mean, there it goes. There it goes. Working with computers and stuff like that, I guess you don't get the stimulus money. Okay. Anyway, still wanting to meet me, yes or no? 8 of Swords is such an interesting card. It does say we have some restrictions about the meet. Maybe the meet won't be sort of as it goes, right? Crystal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, will they text you again? We have the 4 of Pentacles. They're definitely going to wait. They're definitely going to be on that wait list there with that 4 of Pentacles, sort of holding back a little bit. And you see, okay, why are we holding back is kind of the next question, right? That is, the 8 of Swords says they have restrictions with this. So maybe they can't sort of be available. Maybe they can't do it right now. They will text you again, though. We have the Queen of Pentacles. In other words, it's sort of on the list. You have that Queen of Pentacles, that organization, that feeling of wanting stability, the feeling of having all the stability there. That's going to be very good. That Queen of Pentacles says they do want that connection again. And you see that with a Page of Wands. Again, they do want to reach out. They do want to text. But again, you're looking at restrictions. Maybe this is not the correct time. Maybe this is not something that they want to do immediately. And that 4 of Pentacles holding back feel. But I think that they will stop holding back. They will sort of move on to the next phase. And the next phase is going to be the Queen of Pentacles, where we're building the stability, meeting, talking, and discussing. So overall, I think yes. Look who joined. It is Wolf. What is going on, Wolf? Wolf hanging out in the stream. What is going on, Wolf? As always, it is exciting to see you. What is up over there? How is that hot tub going? All right, for Imain, we have a hostess from the Mostest Sunflower. Host Imain. Imain has a question. Sure. Imain, let me know your question. You are next on the queue. Imain, let me know what your question is. We will get it knocked out. Now, while we wait, we will go to the next one. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You're sharing Uncle Joe's money. Well, thank you so much, Boo Boo. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have a question or whatever good stuff there. All right. Again, thank you for your very generous donation. Will I meet a new best friend and have somebody that is a friend that I can see in person? Let's go back to the predictable. And according to Crystal, a deck that she likes, we're going to go with the Witch. Going to go with that Witch. That's a bit grim on the images there for a good friendship question, but that's the way they designed the deck. So that is what's at. Can't stop shuffling the enchanted map. Ooh, I do like the enchanted map. I just wish I had time for oracles. I wish that, just have some time for oracles. Maybe have an oracle day or something. Tarot by Sophie, thank you very much for your donation as well. I appreciate you. All right, we got a best friend. Will we make one that is in person? King of Cups, 2 of Cups and 8 of Swords. I think so. We are just going with a thumbs up early. Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. I think we're going for a yes on this early. We are. Look at that, Crystal. We got the Two of Cups. This is you meeting somebody. This is coming together. Finding somebody in person that's going to be important, finding somebody in person that's going to be relevant, somebody's going to be awesome. We can communicate with them. And when we have that communication, that Ace of Swords says the communication is there. It opens up that communication. We have all sorts of fun stuff to share. Somebody that has the same type of, same type of interest, somebody that's going to be fun and entertaining, go out with, hang out with, talk on the phone, do some board games, do whatever. That Ace of Swords says we have that initiation there. That King of Cups, though, it says it's kind of difficult to get it started. It definitely is somebody that doesn't, sort of mingle around, but they sort of meet you, and I think things go well, and you do have sort of that friendship opportunity coming in there. Melissa, speaking of friends, how are you doing? Good to see you. And that Seven of Pentacles reverse says it's not going to be as much work as you think. Not much work. It's not going to be as work. So basically a freebie. So finding somebody without having to put in a ton of time, without having to dedicate a lot to it. That Seven of Pentacles is sort of working towards that. I don't think this is one of those. I think this is a freebie. This is somebody that just naturally is a good person, naturally is open. They have a lot of other friends they introduce you to. So I think you get a little social network going from this friend. Those people that have like 7,000 different friends. Could be one of those. And now you're in the social network. You're talking, you're hanging out, and all of that good stuff. So Tarot by Sophie. Did I make the right decision? I quit my job. Oh my. That is a big decision indeed, Tarot by Sophie. Let's see if that's going to be the proper decision. Let's check it out. Little Gregory Scott. If you're going to quit your job, the Gregory Scott let you know if things are going to be okay from then on. So hopefully you got something else in the queue, Hopefully you got something else in the queue, but yeah. All right. Let's see. We quit and searching for the next big opportunity. Maybe going tarot full time. Is that the plan? That Five of Swords says you immediately regretted it. You did immediately regret it. Oh my, that Five of Swords, a Lord of Defeat. It feels like that this sort of you, and that's sort of like the boss, I think before you quit, you had thought about it before. I don't think this was something spontaneous. I think that you've had it up to here with that particular place, quite frankly. That Page of Cups, you needed more opportunity. You needed a mutual opportunity with some people that are going to have sort of your best interest in mind rather than just boss you and order you around. Because when you're in that position, it doesn't look good, right? Life Up, welcome. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Got that Five of Swords, a Lord of Defeat. It felt good, though. Immediate regret, but it sure felt good. It's like, yeah, this is going to be, this is good, but maybe I shouldn't have done it. Three of Pentacles says, I don't think you're going to have a hard time finding something else. I don't really think it's going to be a huge deal to find something else or find sort of income as well, right? That Three of Pentacles, here's you working, here's the opportunity. Now, your name has tarot in it. You already know that three is about birth, is about opportunities, is about something new, something exciting, and moving into something that's going to be fulfilling and fun. You know what I mean? That three says you're on the right road to the next project. Justice says it does balance out after all, too. It's not like something that's just going to trash your life. It's going to be something that balances out. It becomes a sort of a balanced situation at the end of the day. So I think it was not a bad idea. I think it wasn't a bad idea after all, because those are some good looking cards there. It did say, the new opportunities, that three, that rebirth, that moving into the next big place. That's going to be pretty good for you overall. You know what I mean? All right, Linda, will I ever figure out the meaning of life? Well, the meaning of life is 42. I hate to put spoiler alerts out there, but the meaning of life is 42. So, but we gotta figure out what else is there. That's what the computer says for for millions of years of calculation. Nor was it hundreds or millions of years of calculation. They were sitting there calculating the meaning of life for years and years and years and years. And they finally came by. They finally determined what it was, and it was 42. All right, strength and Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Knight. That's an interesting combo there for sure. Get a little light on the subject. That'd be good. All right, but that Seven of Swords, it does say that I think that you've already sort of gotten on the path to find it. You know, they've gotten on the path to find it. That Seven of Swords, you are walking there. And I think that you're carrying all the lessons that you've had. Ski and Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. And we have a donation as well through Square. Thank you for that donation over Square. Let me know what your question is. Let's see. But I think that you're on the correct path. You've taken the lessons that you've learned. You've taken the things that you've developed, your ideas, your inspirations. You've learned from other people's mistakes. I think that you're on that. I think that you're on that pathway to getting there. Strength says you have to have patience, because patience is going to be your best virtue indeed as you move into that journey, as you sort of walk that path, because you need to get to the end of the path. You need to sort of find where the destination is. And I think that you're on there. The Hierophant is interesting as well. The Hierophant says that taking this seriously does you well. You know what I mean? Ophelia, are you the one that just donated? Let me know what your question is. Hello, what's going on? But that Hierophant says taking it seriously, letting sort of, your guides tell you where to be and whatnot. Ski, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Taking it seriously, moving in that direction is going to be the big factor here. Now, the Knight of Swords says it is sudden when you do figure it out. It's like all of a sudden, boom, there it is. There it is. And it just hits you. You're like, wow, that is something that's interesting. Now, I don't think it's very simple. I think it's very complex. I think it comes in pieces, but those pieces start sort of falling through, start sort of falling into that next stage pretty well. I think it goes pretty good for you indeed. There we go. Your meaning of life indeed. 42. Everybody remember it. Will Em and I get married? Let's check it out. See if we got marriage on the mind. Do we got marriage in the future? If I'm going to get married, it's going to be with this deck right here, which is the wheel. I mean, I'm just saying. It is the wheel. All right. A general reading. All right. Thank you so much. We'll check that out. Check that out indeed. Getting married. That's a big step. That is a big step. Yeah. You got to sort of know who you're getting married to, or it could go south. Samantha, welcome to the stream. And it's so good to see you again. How are you doing tonight? Getting married, that Four of Wands, that Six of Swords. I think so. We got a lot of indicators here. All right. The first big indicator is the Two of Cups. It's meeting that right person, meeting the correct person. Ski, let me know how many cards you want. Ski, the reason there are 4 cards is because that's how many fit on the screen. But we can get a smaller deck and jam more, I guess. Sure. Two of Cups, meeting that right person. I think that you're going to meet the right person at work, basically. I think that you're going to meet them at work. You're going to find somebody that is quite interesting, and you get to know them. I think they're a Pisces. You get to know them. You get to sort of understand where they're coming from. And sort of things develop slowly, right? I don't think it's sort of like instant. Things develop a little slower. The Two of Wheels says decisions need to be made through this. And, decisions need to be made through this. And that is going to be one of the big things as well. You need to make the proper decision when you get married. Four of Wands again says that, it's about making a home life together. Making a life together, making things go right? Ski, I got your 6. Literally. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Four of Wands says making the home together is going to be important. And I think life up, you're going to be able to do that as well. Six of Swords says it takes a while. It's one of the slowly developing things, right? We get there, we're making decisions, we're moving in with the person, which is the Four of Wands. Again, a Pisces. And the Six of Swords says that journey is going to be a little longer than you expected. It's not something where you get married a month after this or anything like that. So yeah, you definitely have a combination going there as well. So I do think that you will get married. You will get that Four of Wands and whatnot. But yeah, I think that you will get married to M. So it's looking good. It's going to take longer than expected, but I think it's going to go okay. I think it's going to go okay, life up. Looking pretty good. All right. Let's see about Boo Boo. Next idea for a side hustle. Let me go get some water. Give me 2 seconds. AFK. Having water is a big plus. I was a little parched. There. Yay or nay for a side hustle? That calls for a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
That calls for a throwdown. Indeed. Georgie, what is going on? Good to see you. Okay, we're going to go yay or here. We're going to go nay down here. We got yay and we got nay. Let's see about yay. See about yay. Yay doesn't look good so far. Yay does, okay. This, nay. The side hustle takes you away from your home, apparently, quite a bit. It drags you away from your home. It drags you away from your home. It feels like that the yay portion, moving towards it. You do know that you can do this. You do know that you can do that. That's definitely a thing. The dominion, it says you have the power to do that. You have the ability to do that. And as well, it brings about a nice balance. So it's going to be pretty good for you overall. Unfortunately, you get pretty bored of it pretty quick. So there is that boredom factor. Do you really want to do this for a long period of time? Is this something that I really want to sort of put up with? Is this something that I really want to chase? I think that you just get burned out and you get bored, and that's the basic problem here, right? One of the big things about the nay is there you have other things to do. I think that you have better ideas. I think that you have better ideas in the queue. I think that you're not short on ideas at all. You have quite a few ideas, right? Christina, welcome. How you doing tonight? But you have better ideas, and I think chasing those are going to be a little bit better. Things closer to home, in your new home at least, things closer to home is going to be a little bit better for you overall. So I would say nay. The two problems is you get bored. You have a command over it. You're able to do it, but you just get burned out. The better option is going to be another one of your ideas. I think that one of your other ideas that's cooking, that's thinking, that's processing, I think it's going to work out a lot better than this one. I'm just saying now, it's going to work out a lot better. Go with a different idea. That is where it is up. That is where it is up. All right. Got a 2021 marriage question. Life Up, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Will the Gemini boyfriend and I reconcile? And a 2021 reading. All right, we'll go, what's 6? The reason we do 4 is just because, see, I just did 6 right there. See what I did? See what I did there, Ski? I did 6 already. We will do a 6 spooge right here. Will the Gemini boyfriend and I reconcile? And what is the future? What is the future? Well, now, King of Pentacles, interesting one. A little bit of that disappointment, the justice, the 5 of Wands, strength. Yeah. You're looking at conflict. The bottom line here is, Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The bottom line here is that nothing was really resolved. Nothing was really resolved here. It's like let me, I mean, let me fix some things before we get back together. Because I think if you don't fix some things, you're going to get back together and you're still going to have the conflict. You still have that Five of Wands, that fiery energy, things aflame, things afloat, where it's just unpredictable nature. I don't think unpredictable nature works for this relationship. I think strength being here. Ski, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I think that strength being here points to a connection is available. But it's almost like a competing connection. Like this is more important. This is other more important. There are things that are conflicting within this sort of the read, right? The Two of Swords says that reality and what we expect or reality and what we want may not coincide exactly either. You know what I mean? Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Queen Famous, let me know what your question is. But that Five of Cups ultimately says disappointment is sort of around here. It's always into the next disappointing thing. It's always this on-off feel. It always feels like there could have been, it should have been, but it wasn't. A lot of expectations around this. So I think you need to fix the problems first and address those. I think the drama needs to go away. The drama needs to be greatly reduced at a minimum. And I think that the expectations that you have for each other need to chill out and be pulled back a little bit because there's just too much going on. It's just too much noise, too much going on. It should just be relaxed and hanging out and just enjoying ourselves kind of feel. You know what I mean? With this low histamine diet, start helping me. Well, okay, let's do that. And let's do the astrological sign, the new boyfriend. Let's go with the slow tarot. Let's go with the slow tarot action. It's the only tarot deck that you order through a museum, which is interesting, an art museum. It's the only one there. All right, so let's find out. Low histamine diet, is that going to fix the problem? Is that going to be one of the good things? I mean, the Two of Wands, it says you are still seeking and searching sort of a resolution for your issue. Georgie, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. The Tower says that it's going to get worse before it gets better, though. It's definitely one of those. The diet is extremely hard to stick with. You know what I mean? Stacy, what's going on? The diet is difficult to stick with. I think that what you end up doing is you make some slight modifications to it. I think that you're able to incorporate most of it, and I think it does reduce it a lot. It reduces it a lot. It reduces the problems a lot. Does it fix it completely? I don't really think so. I think the Tower says that here's the sort of the indicator is once you start the diet and it gets better, now you get off the diet a little bit and it gets worse. I think that's going to be the factor that sort of convinces you to stay there. It convinces you to stay on it because I think you need convincing. Is what I think. I think that you're skeptical about the diet. I think that you think there are other ways and other methodologies that you could be doing instead. But the bottom line is that, yeah, I mean, it does help you. It does help you. All right. Let's get the other question out. What astrological sign will the next boyfriend be? I mean, let's get it down. Let's get it down there. Let's go forth and find out what the sign is going to be. Oh my. Oh my, indeed. Oh, let's see. Get that one. Get that one. I think Gemini. We're going with Gemini. We're going with a Gemini. Gemini is the astrological sign that is going to be your next boyfriend. I think it's a good Gemini, though. It's a good Gemini. It's an interesting Gemini. I have a lot of interesting things indeed. I do think that they are literally a split personality, though. I do think they are a split personality. I do think that they have two different ways that they approach things. One is like with you, and the other is like with friends, and the other is like at work. It's almost like they have a split personality. So it's a sort of that interesting Gemini aspect that you rarely see, but you hear about it all the time. You know what I mean? You rarely see it, but you actually hear about it all the time. I think you're actually going to see it. Let's go with the next one. Oh, let's not do that. Let's do something interesting and fun. Yeah, let's go with this one. I mean, it's one of my newer ones, one of my more exciting ones and whatnot. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation for Ayan. Ayan, let me know what your question is. So, what actions will they take when we reunite, when we get back together, when we have all of these good things going? What is that going to be? Is that going to be a good reuniting or a bad reuniting? What actions will they take? Six of Pentacles says they're much more giving and much more understanding than they have been before. First off, they're much more giving, much more understanding, and they're very appreciative of you. It's like that they've turned a new leaf. They've turned over a new leaf with that Six of Pentacles, that giving aspect, that understanding aspect. There's that odd connection that really sort of makes it nice. It's nice. It's a nice, refreshing aspect once that you and South Carolina get back together. Knight of Wands says they have a lot more ambition than they did before. So they have a lot of ambition. They're like, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's not hesitate with this. Let's go forth and do that and this, etc. And the King of Pentacles says they're willing to sort of put forth the effort this time. I think that they've changed a little bit, you know what I mean? They're willing to put forth the effort as far as sort of that next level, the next sort of feel as it goes. And that King of Pentacles is going to be sort of a fun aspect that they have to them, where they feel like they bring stability or they bring strength back into the situation. And that's really sort of a change of pace, basically. All right. What else do we got going on? We got a little bit of the life up. Will the marriage happen in 2021? Simple yes or no question. Let's get it done with a little bit of the Hermetic Tarot. I mean, everybody does love the Hermetic Tarot. I'm saying now. Manna, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Will the marriage happen this year? Pretty simple yes, no question. Let's check it out. See if that marriage does happen in 2021. Three of Wands, we're looking for it to happen in 2021. There is some expectation. Man, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. There is some expectation of it happening. That is for sure. The Three of Wands is sort of like the plans are being made. Plans are being made. Plans are being formulated. And that Four of Swords, though, says it's delayed. No matter how much we plan for it, it ends up getting delayed. So I think it's going to be 2022, quite frankly. I think it's going to be 2022. I think there are big things to sort of organize. There are big things to figure out. I don't think that is going to be something that happens in 2021. I mean, bottom line, the Six of Pentacles, we need more money. We need more organization. We need a plan to come together, and that plan isn't together right now, and it does take a while. It takes a while to figure it out and to move forward and to get everything scheduled and all of that other good stuff. All right, Christina, general weekly read. Let's see how that's going to go. A little bit of the weekly reading. What's a good Christina deck? This might hurt, tarot. I don't know. Did you ever get this one? Did you ever get a little bit of Isabella Rotman? Let me know. I'm not sure. I think that you said you ordered it. You ordered it. I mean, I think so. Manna says, I'm happy to report the morning after pill works. Well, that's good. That is good, because I guess the other side of it, if it didn't work, that would be bad. I mean, I don't know. It depends on the amount of regret, you know? When you wake up and you're like, who is that? I have no idea who that even is. And that was a lot of alcohol that I drank last night. In that situation, I mean, I'm just saying, that situation, you may need a morning pill after all. Anyway, Christina, general weekly read. We got the Magician. This is your time to shine. I'm going to say this is your week to shine. It is. It's your week to shine. It's your week to show up. Show what you can do. Talk to people. Tell the people in power what you think. And you're going to sort of move in there and you're going to get that done. Now, there is some disappointment involved with this. I think the Five of Cups sort of says that a lot of the things that are promised, a lot of the things that are, said to be delivered in the future may not be there. It may not be there, but it is a time for you to shine. It is a time for you to make the effort and to make sort of the impressions that you want to sort of leave behind. Because the magician says it is your sort of moment. Five of Cups, maybe everything doesn't come true. I think that you're promised things that aren't delivered. The Three of Cups and the Four of Swords. Stacy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Three of Cups, it is a week to celebrate. It is a week to celebrate. Ski, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It is a week to celebrate because I think at the end of the week, you get some interesting news. Sort of, how things go, how things are progressing. I think like Monday or Tuesday, you get the final bit of news and whatnot. I think it's going to be pretty powerful news for you. It'll be pretty decent. This weekend, you definitely want to rest, though. I think rest up. Don't take everything so seriously this weekend because I don't think it's going to be that serious. Really don't think it's going to be that serious at all. So, I mean, there it is. Anyway, there we go. Queen Famous. Did you miss your thing? Let's see. Got a general weekly read. We got Queen Famous. Where's Queen Famous's thing at? We got Shane. We got An. I think Queen Famous. I think you were next. Queen Famous, what was your question? Let me know. Let's see. Well, it'll be a one-hit wonder in the song that I'm making. All right, let's check that out. Queen Famous. I mean, you are famous. I don't think that you can be a one-hit wonder and be this famous. I'm just saying now. For this one, let's use a little gilded tarot there. Will I be a one-hit wonder with this music that I am pounding out right now? Because we got a good song in mind. We are going to lay down the tracks. We're going to lay down those tracks. We're going to get the synthesizer. We're going to hook it up to Ableton Live. And we are going to make the most amazing song ever. And Queen Famous is literally going to be famous from this song. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Literally going to be famous from this song. She's got the Ableton Live. She's got the keyboard hooked up. She's got all the plugins that she needs to make it happen. And I think it's going to be okay. Well, okay. I think it's going to launch you into something else. People are going to hear it and they're going to like it. They are going to want more. They are going to want to see what you're up to next. I think you're going to get a pretty decent following out of this, quite frankly. The Ten of Cups says it is your time to shine indeed. People come up there and they hear this song and they fall in love. They're like, who is that? That is not a bad song at all. The Ten of Cups, it brings joy. It's an emotional pull. And that's what you need in a song is that emotional pull. I think that you get it. The Fool says it does bring you onto an adventure. People want to know more. People want more. They want to know what else you're doing in Ableton Live. They want to know what other things that you got going on, where your vocals at. Where is your microphone? Are you going to make something else? In that Page of Pentacles says the money starts rolling in a little bit. A little bit. I'm not talking just a lottery winning. I'm saying it's a little bit. Page of Pentacles. A little bit of the new money, a little bit of that money sort of rolling in slowly, progressively as people want more and they want more. So I think that it launches you into something that's interesting, quite frankly. That. And I mean, with the name Queen Famous, that's what you need. That is what you need. Near future reading. What's coming for me next? Georgie wants to know. And Georgie, let's use one of my new favorite decks, which is the Super Linares Tarot. I'm just saying, the Super Linares Tarot is going to do it right. It's going to do it right just for you. Money is going to be rolling in indeed. Queen Famous. Near future, what is coming for you? What is on the line? What is up with that? I think that you have a level of turmoil that sends you someplace. A level of turmoil that sends you to someplace different. a lot of sort of the things that you're relying on, that you're leaning on for the future, I don't think they're going to be there. I think some people aren't going to be there for you. Some of the things that you were promised aren't going to work out. I think some of the things that you're sort of pursuing and interested in won't work out either. But I think that you're narrowing the field, Georgie. You're narrowing the field from all of these things here, all of these cups, all of these various shiny objects. You have too many. You need to narrow it down to a few less. And I think that's what's going to happen. You have this competing attention. You have this competing feel from all of these different things. And as they sort of don't work out this and don't work out that, as they narrow down, the shiny objects become a little more manageable, where you can concentrate on what you need to be and where you need to go. And I think that's where the journey begins. Not a beautiful journey, not a fun journey. It's more like a journey of, hey, these things didn't work out. I guess I'm going to the next phase. And I think that's the next phase is going to be where it really sort of starts happening with you, quite frankly. It starts happening to you. Now, there are some challenges ahead with the next phase, with the near future. I think one of the challenges is financial. I think that there are some financial things that you need to hammer out, work out before you can get to that next step. The other thing is emotional. I think we have emotional cards sort of flowing around here. I think it's sort of time to find out where you're at emotionally and plan for where you can take yourself to the next level. Because I think staying where you're at is not going to work. I think getting to that next level of emotion, getting to that next goal is going to be big for you in the near future. So that is what that says. And we have a reading for Ayan. Ayan wants to know something, I assume. Ayan, will I get good marks after 2 months of the exam? Will I get some good marks? I'm just saying, if we get some good grades, we're going to get some good grades by using this deck here, by the way, which is the Forest of Enchantment, because it's a great deck. It feels good. It looks good. You know what I mean? Heidi, welcome. It's good to see you as well. It is good to see you as well. Let's see, Ayan, we got an exam coming up. We need to pass, basically. You know, we need to pass. I think that you do pass the exam. Barely, but I think that you do pass the exam. One of the big things here is the 4 of challenges, bottom line. The 4 of challenges. I think that, you know, preparation for this is confusing, I think. You have a confusing preparation that's built up for this. And I think that it wasn't really clear what you needed to study. It wasn't really clear where you needed to go with this particular exam. So I think that you get in there, you take the exam, and I think that you pass it. But like literally barely. I think literally barely pass the exam. But I do think that you pass it. So I think that is a thumbs up for you. Twin Flame, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next one with a little wild wood, because it's a wild night. I'm telling you now, it is a wild wood night for Mana, at least. Mana wants to know, will my distant friend meet me on my upcoming trip? Mana is going to see a long lost friend. That's the good thing. It's always good to see a long lost friend, because especially, you know, you'd be missing these people. You're like, I really don't know. Oh, are they going to meet me or not? 7 of Vessels, looking pretty good. The Moon, the Ancestor, and the Ace. I think so. Basically because of the Ace of Bows. I mean, the Ace of Swords, that communication is there. So they do want to communicate. They are a little bit on the iffy side here, but they do want to communicate. That Ace of Bows is very powerful. they want to sort of be in the lead. They want to discuss something in particular, and they've been thinking about it. They've been talking about it. It's on their mind. They want to discuss something in particular. The moon says that you do have a good connection with this person, and it's good to sort of catch up. It's good to catch up, and meeting them is going to be a very powerful moment for you, I think. The Seven of Vessels is interesting indeed. It says that you really sort of feel they're not going to meet you. You really have doubts. Even if they say they're going to meet you, you have doubts. That Seven of Vessels is like, I don't really know. I mean, I get this weird feeling that they may not meet me. Maybe they say they do, or they say they will, but I'm not really sure. You have this natural doubt. And I think that's sort of going to be on your mind. But do they meet you? Yes, that ace. That ace is they need to talk. They need to talk. And that's going to be the good part. All right. And Mana also wants to know a general. I mean, for a general, the Poe knows. The Poe knows. Edgar Allan and the Telltale Heart. He just knows. He knows what's up. You need to know what's up. And I'm gonna level with you. The Poe knows. The Poe knows what is going to happen. The Poe knows what's going on. The predictions for the future, 100% accuracy right here. The 100% accuracy only for this particular reading. Okay, let's see what goes. Let's see what happens, because it's Poe. The Tower says that, meeting that friend may not be good for you after all. It definitely has some interesting aspects, some multiple layers of aspects with this meeting. I know it's not a meeting for the friend. It is a general, but I think this person's on your mind. I think that you have this interesting dynamic between you and other people right now. I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. You have an interesting dynamic going on with other people, but I think it's going to come to an end. It's going to come to an end. I'm going to give you 3 weeks. 3 weeks or a month. I'm going to give you that this dynamic ends. Use it while you can. You need to use it, because that ace, it says it's time to use this dynamic while you still have the ability. The Four of Pentacles does say things slow down, things calm down, things go away, things diminish as they go. And that 4 says that you're going to try to hang on to it, but that the ability to sort of communicate right now when you're at this prime is going to sort of turn into the Hanged Man, where it feels like it's still there, but I can't use it. I can't use it anymore. So use it while you can. That's the big thing here. Be sure to communicate. Be sure to manifest what you sort of want as fast as you can here, and sort of put that power to use while it's still available. That's your general. And again, the Poe knows. The Poe knows what's up. It does. Oh, man, I should release my news program early. I may release it tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. General Weekly for Shane. Shane wants to know some things. By the way, the person that did this deck is making a new deck. They are. The person that did the Lightseers deck is making a new deck too. Watch the news program. This is the biggest news program I've ever made. There's so many decks. You are going to be broke. You are going to have to end up selling a liver or something to buy all of these decks, but you're going to want them all. I promise you that. Because I have 24 decks of cards on order. That's how good the cards coming out are. I'll be honest with you now. I've never had 24 decks on order before. This is prime tarot time. If you missed the news program, you're going to wish you watched it. Telling you now, Axel, Jesus, Axel, it's been a long time. Axel, it is so good to see you. Axel, welcome to the stream, of course. Now, a general weekly reading. The 5 says that, what? Okay. The 5 says that as far as readings go, as far as challenges go, I mean, I think that Shane's in a bit of a bind. Shane, everything is not sort of going the way they need to go. Everything is not sort of on the path they need to be on. I think that they need to make some decisions. Shane needs to figure out what the hell to do. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line right now. Shane needs to figure out what to do. Because I think if they continue on where they're at, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Organization is required for Shane right now, especially. Shane needs to figure out what is the next best path. What is the next best thing to do? Because I think sitting around hoping somebody else will take the wheel doesn't work for Shane at all. Shane needs to pick up and go. Shane needs to sort of step up with a lot of different things. I think that some of the types of things that Shane is into may not blend well in the long run, but it is definitely time for Shane to pick up and launch into the next big thing. I think now is the time. They've been putting it off. We all know that. You gotta get up and go. You gotta get up and go. That's for Shane. That's for Shane. The weekly reading for Shane is to get up and go. A lot of stuff on the plate that just needs to be eaten. Okay. See what's next. We got a lot of donations tonight. My son who left to live with dad. Are they coming back to see me? Are they coming back to see me? Coming back to live. I would expect a 4 of Wands. I would expect a travel card. I would expect the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. I'm looking for a lot of different things here. And I want to see them. But this is too many cards. The 6-card fascination, you got to ease up with that. 6-card fascination, you got to ease up. 5, a 9, Hermit, 10, Devil, and the 3. I only really got one card I wanted to see, and that is the 10 of Pentacles. But the 10 of Pentacles is masked within the Devil. It's like that they like where they're at, but they don't like some of the situations that they're into. The 3 of Pentacles, I think they're going to try to work it out on their own. They're going to try to work it out on their own without coming back, basically, right? The Hermit says this is their time. This is their time for independence. I think they need independence. They want independence. They understand the dynamic between this person and that person. They understand the dynamic. They figured it out, okay? The Hermit says they need to be independent at this point instead of being pulled between 2 influences, right? You don't want to be pulled between 2 influences. I don't think that works good. The 5 of Pentacles says that the whole situation kind of upsets them in the first place. They want to make everybody happy. They know they can't make everybody happy. That 9 of Swords says it's enough stress. It's enough pressure. You know, it's enough stress. It's enough pressure. Too many people wanting too many things. And they just want independence at this time. So that's the read. Twin flame. What's coming for me? What's coming for Magic the Gathering and I in love? Well, I'm just saying Magic the Gathering is a pretty fun game. It's expensive, but it's a pretty fun game, I gotta say. And for this Magic the Gathering read, we're going to use the Thoth because it looks like a Magic the Gathering card, quite frankly. And we need to find out what is coming for Magic the Gathering and I in love. By the way, we're ending soon. All good things must come to an end. I appreciate everybody. We have so many good people here. So many good people. So many new people here, too. I appreciate everybody hanging out. I mean, I'm just saying. I love you so much that I want to show you a magic trick. I already showed you one trick. We're going to get 2 tonight. we have a Rubik's Cube. The problem with the Rubik's Cube, let me be honest with all of you. The problem with the Rubik's Cube is it takes frickin' forever to solve these damn things. You want to solve the Rubik's Cube and you want to do it right. And in order to do that, in order to solve the Rubik's Cube correctly, you need to just go like that. And when you do that, you just snap. And the Rubik's Cube basically solves itself. It solves itself. That's an interesting part. It ends up solving itself. So that's the fun part. That is the fun part. Okay, anyway. What is coming from Magic the Gathering and I in love? Abundance is what's coming. It's abundance. It is abundance. I don't know what's going on between you and MG, but it's looking really good. You have the star. Okay, twin flame. I'm going to say it's a soulmate. A bottom line. It's a soulmate. The reason I say that is because we have abundance along with the star. We have this connection that is there. We have something that is greater than both of you. We have something that exists almost outside of both of you and watches over you. You know, it's like the Lover's card where somebody's watching, like the Two of Cups when somebody's watching. It feels like somebody's watching over you and making sure that everything is, you know, at the end of the day, everything is going to be nice. Now, I'm going to say now that truce is interesting there because it doesn't always go like you would expect. But I think it's going quite well. I think MG and I think it's going to go well. I think it is going to go good. I think it is going to go good. Just like the Rubik's Cube, it is going to go good. You know what I mean? It's going to go well. All right. Nobody likes the Rubik's Cube trick. I mean, everybody wants the money trick. Everybody likes the money trick. They like the other Rubik's Cube trick. I mean, I'm just saying. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. With the last two readings, we got Axel. What does April have in store for me? What does April have in store for me? And wants to know about S. Let's see about that. See how that goes by using a little bit of, we did Shiro. We've had so many readings. I'm not sure what I used and what I didn't use. Let's go for this one. Let's go for this one. Ophelia. Oh, you're reading. Oh, I'm sorry, Ophelia. Ophelia, what was your question? Let me look. General. Ophelia's general. Sorry about that, Ophelia. Sorry about that. You were the one that did square, right? Because I didn't see your name in square, so I didn't know. Sorry about that, Ophelia. I apologize. All right. What does April have in store for me? Seven of Wands. There is challenges, and obviously it sounds like that you're already experiencing the challenge. You know what I mean? You're already experiencing that challenge. The Seven of Wands. The good news, it does get a little better. The Queen of Coins. I think that there is some money coming in and some stability coming in. You know what I mean? Money and some stability coming in. And that Knight of Swords as well says you are able to communicate. So your big factor right now is communication, making contacts, finding somebody that can obviously help, but also give you opportunities. I think that's the biggest thing here. The Knight of Swords says the opportunities do come. They do open up. That Queen of Coins says that feeling of support does come back, but it does take a little while as far as this goes. The Seven of Wands says that the number of challenges that you had in a row, the number of challenges that sort of got bombarded on you in a row was unfair. And it really shoved you into a direction you didn't want to be in. But the Queen of Coins says the stability of the structure is going to come back. And the Knight says that communication is key. Making contacts, finding people to help, finding people that can assist, finding people that can place you in the places that you need to be, get you the opportunities that you need. That is going to be key for you right now. Anyway, thank you so much for your donation and welcome back. And we'll get Ophelia's general reading. Ophelia's general reading, and then we got and we are out of here. So for Ophelia, let us use some manga. Oh, no, she used Heaven and Earth. Heaven and Earth. I'm just saying. the same person that did the heaven and earth is coming out with a new deck. It looks exactly like the heaven and earth, which is good or bad. Depends on if you like this one or not. But I'm telling you, the news program is huge. It is massive. Be prepared to pull out a credit card and spend a lot of money after you watch it, because all of these decks you're going to want. Okay. Renee, welcome. So good to see you. How you doing, Renee? You're just in time. We're about to leave. You just missed the magic, Renee. You missed it. Rewind. The Knight of Pentacles is interesting because it says that some of the situations that you're in, especially love-wise, work-wise, some of the things that you rely on for stability in your life, I think they are just rock solid right now. You have a lot of good support. You have a lot of good things in your life. And that Knight says, be proud of that. Be accepting of that. Because I think some little pieces of this don't really match up with what you'd like long term. And that's sort of where the 3 comes in. I think some little pieces you wish you could get out of, or some pieces you wish you could sort of move out of and tweak it a little bit. But I don't think tweaks are necessary at this point. I think that what you have is just golden in a lot of ways. Justice says that the biggest part of what you have now is it's balanced. You don't have this extreme or that extreme. You have this nice sort of combination of balance. And I think some things throw the balance off a little bit. But overall, I think that King of Swords says that you're able to be accepting of that. And I think that you have the support network that you need to sort of be appreciative of that as well. So that's going to be a big factor. Okay, Ophelia, you also have a bit of a challenge coming in. I'm going to say June the 11th, June the 12th. I think you have challenges coming in right at that 2-week into June mark. And again, go with your support network. Rely on your existing stability to handle those challenges. I think that's going to be one of the key factors here. And the last reading of the night. What are S's current feelings for me? MM wants to know. And for that, we are going to use the Modern Love Tarot. I'm just saying. You got a chili cheese burrito and fries. Oh my. That would kill me. That would put me in the hospital. I have to have the boring salad. In fact, Christina was just over and she was like, what do you have to eat over here? And I said, salad. I mean, that's pretty much all I got is salad. You could have some of the watermelon that I had. That watermelon was pretty good. I didn't think about that, Christina. I just now thought about that. A little late, but you know. Okay, S's current feelings for you. 2 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. It basically says wait. It says wait, delay, wait. Yeah, now is not the time. Now doesn't seem to be the time. The 4 of Swords is a delay card. It is a waiting card. It says, I think later is going to be more optimistic than now. It's definitely one of the situations where things are sort of rolling along. Things are sort of rolling into the next phase. And that's what you want. That's what you want. Because right now doesn't sort of seem to be the time for the feelings to sort of being welled up and being moved forward. That 4 of Swords says, yeah, let's delay. Because the 2 of Pentacles says we have other things on the mind. We have other things to do. So S needs a little time. S needs a little delay in order to move into the next phase there. And that Knight of Swords is when the next phase does happen, it is going to be rocking. It is going to be rocking and rolling. So just wait, be patient, and go forth and rock it. You know what I mean? Christina says he basically has iceberg lettuce and fruit. That is the contents of my fridge. That is the contents of my fridge, I have to say. Anyway, that is it from me. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow night.
do, just follow.